They say truth is stranger than fiction, but sometimes it's much darker too. These are chilling, true horror stories experienced by real people just like you. And I guarantee you've never heard of these before. Welcome to a corner of YouTube where shadows linger and every whisper might be something watching you from the dark. Tonight, I'll be telling you 4 terrifying real-life horror stories from people who lived through things no one should ever have to. From strangers with violent secrets to places that should never be visited. These stories will remind you that not all horror hides in fiction. So grab your headphones, lock your doors, and let's begin. This story happened to a girl named Erica in 2019, right outside of Seattle. Erica was a 19-year-old college student renting a small, older house off campus with 2 other girls. It was cheap, cold in the winter, and the plumbing moaned like a ghost, but it was their first taste of independence. Everything seemed fine, until little things started going missing. First, it was just food, then shampoo, then her roommate's phone charger. They assumed it was each other until one morning, they found a mug in the microwave full of warm coffee, and no one had made it. That night, they heard footsteps in the ceiling. Not just creaking, actual measured steps. The police didn't believe them at first, but after Erica begged her father to check it out, he crawled into the attic and found a second hidden crawl space. Inside was a filthy sleeping bag, food wrappers, a Polaroid picture of Erica sleeping. The man had been living above them for weeks, watching, eating their food, coming down only when they were gone or asleep. He was arrested the next day, trying to sneak back in through the attic vent. Erica moved home. She says she still dreams of the creaking overhead. This next story comes from Devin, a 17-year-old farm kid in Nebraska. It happened in October, right before Halloween, during harvest season. His family owned a lot of land surrounded by flat fields, and one night, Devin was driving home from a late shift when he noticed something strange out in the corn. 3 glowing lights, perfectly still, not moving like headlights, just floating. He assumed it was equipment until he stopped his truck and realized the lights were moving toward him, perfectly spaced. When he shined his brights at the field, there was nothing, but the lights kept coming. Terrified, Devin reversed out of there. He didn't sleep all night. The next day, he told his dad, who laughed until they found a perfect circle of scorched corn in that exact spot. Like something had landed there. No animals, no bugs, just silence. 2 weeks later, his family dog vanished. Then 2 neighbors, all within a 5-mile radius. He moved to Texas a year later. He never found out what the lights were, but he says when he thinks about them, he hears static. This one happened to a rideshare driver named Josh in 2022, near Asheville, North Carolina. He'd picked up a woman from a late-night bar. She was quiet, pale, wearing a thick coat even though it was hot. She gave him an address, but when he typed it in, the app glitched. Just follow the road. I'll tell you when to turn, she said. So he did. For over 30 minutes, she guided him deeper and deeper into the woods. No signs, no cell service. Finally, they reached a dead end with an old white house. No mailbox, no driveway, no lights, just the house. She got out without saying a word. Josh waited a minute, then turned around. But the road was gone. He was surrounded by trees. No GPS, no trail. The road behind him just wasn't there. He panicked, got out, walked back toward the house. But now the house was gone too. He wandered for hours. By the time he found a ranger station, the sun was up, and they told him that road hadn't existed in 20 years. He quit driving after that. Never found the woman again. Some say the house still appears, but only to people who don't know they're lost. This one's short, but it haunts me the most. It comes from a guy named Malik, who lost his brother in a car accident in 2020. They were close, really close, and the last thing they did before the accident was argue over a stupid text. 2 days after the funeral, Malik's phone rang. It was his brother's number. The call lasted 11 seconds. Just static and breathing. Then, the sound of a seatbelt unbuckling. No one else had access to the phone. It had been destroyed in the crash. The number was disconnected, but Malik saved the voicemail. When he played it back a week later, there was something new. A whisper at the end. You were right. He says it sounded just like his brother. Some say these stories are just coincidences. Others think they're urban legends. But the people who live them, they remember every second. And now that you've heard them, maybe you'll remember too. If these stories gave you chills, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more true horror stories you've never heard of. Share your own creepy experience in the comments. We might feature it in the next episode. Sleep tight. Or don't.